we had the community engagement. We also had a game, and it was during that time that the mayor was here, the commissioner of West Point was also here, that the president told the West Pointer that he was going to help fix the West Point field. And so we are back here, and because he's a talk and do person, we want to show you where we are right now with the project. So this is how the project going to look. The original West Point field. So this is part of the president's project. And we're going to maintain the road that you see here going straight towards the clinic. And we have already started works. So we're going to walk you through what is going on. If you turn around, you'll see these are certain places where people going to sit. And this is the drainage system. I think we were here the other time when the president came, and the rain could not even allow us to play. But now we have a full drainage system. If you see here, we purposely open here for materials to come into the site. But we're going to go through the drainage system, and I'll show you where it will go out. So we are doing compartment, as you see. That's what happening. All the same here, we comparting. And this going to be where, if you turn your camera, we have an office space, we have the locker room, and we have two restrooms. One will be for female and one will be for male. And so this whole end is where we consider to be the grandstand. And behind the post, if you look at what we had before and what we have now, you will see how fast we're going with our work. As we will say in the president's office, once he speaks, things happen. And so if you look down, you will see we completed the drainage system already. And when you constructing the field, this is the most important part of the work, because now we're going to run PVC pipe, and then once the turf comes, which is already on the way, we have 44 containers that will be leaving for China 2. It's already on its way. We are expecting the first 2 anytime the end of December, and once the container comes, we know that then we can give you an actual date of completion. But for this time, since we have the commissioner here, I will allow the commissioner to come in, because he has been following the work from its onset.
And so basically, let me, for the records, say my name is William C. We are the commissioner of the Township of West Point. I think today you can see for yourself practical manifestation of the president's commitment to the people of West Point. The other day we were here and there were a lot of questions. Do you envisage the possibility? Today you see that yes indeed, it is possible that the people of West Point is expected in the not too distant future to benefit from a sophisticated, multi-sport pitch that will create a better opportunity for our children. For the first time in the history of our country and West Point, under his able leadership of our president, we stand to benefit from the high level of modernization infrastructure. So the community have wholeheartedly welcomed the initiative. We are always here working with the people. There's a community-driven initiative. Day in, day out, the community are here. We're working closely with our contractor to ensure that actual issues are done on the ground line with the community own input.
So I'll walk you through the drainage system and where it empties, because that's one of the major problems we have coming to West Point. The people were even complaining, say, we hope what you guys building will not bring water in our home, and we said no. We will actually help you fix the drainage system that you will not have water settling here. And so we will take the club out and tell you This is where the water runs. It comes out here, and when you open this, it goes all the way straight to the lake. So we have, this is our emptying, this is where the water going to empty out, and it leads all the way in the back. So let me call one of the contractors will come and open up, and then we can just go and you see where it empties out. And you can take a walk, because this is where people go have the opportunity to walk around the field for some people that cannot play football and just
And so, as you can see, renovation works are ongoing here at the West Point soccer pitch. This pitch will be modernized, and of course, just have a clear glimpse of how it looks like at the moment.
Into the project, and the city mayor wanted to come and see how far we are, and I will say, Mr. Mayor, you know, when the president speaks, we move. And this is the project. We remember we came here together, we broke ground, and here we are.
Well, thank you again. In furtherance of what we just stated at the Barclay Training Center, to that historical site, what the president indeed again tried to manifest what a true leadership is about. As a son of West Point, who grew up in the densely populated township of West Point, I know what it means on this field. The president plays on the field. It is an honor. It was an opportunity serving as a mayor of this city. Was privileged to take the kick up to be part of a project that will go down in history to change the story and condition. When people said, if anything good could come from out of West Point, little did we know that the Liberian people were going to give leadership to His Excellency Dr. George Manawia, who will not just limit the impact of people's lives in Cinco, in Mama Point, along the urban area, but we consider those sons and daughters within the densely slum community. It is not wretched, like the minister said, when a few personalities in this country who will speak, and those words will be transformed into practical actions. Today, you journalists, we have come to take a tour. We want to say in a very special way, as the mayor of this city, to send a red hand salutation to His Excellency Dr. George Manawia for making sure that the commitment in which these people, particularly the people of the West Point, have continued to invest and subscribe to his leadership. To see today that you can come, you don't have to witness the likes of Messi in Spain, in Paris, but those of the things that are being seen on stream, the children of West Point, who may not have an opportunity to have passport, can also come and practice in the night. This place will be fully electrified. This place will be modernized like any other field that you can see around the world. And that's what leadership is about. Leadership is about transforming the condition of the people. As a minister, I want to say thank you so kindly, Mr. Commissioner. We want to say to our people of West Point, we are not here to say to you that everything is glory, everything is rosy. We want to say to you that we're beginning to change the yesterday's story. And we think that more can be done when you decide to hold together and you decide to support this president of yours who understands, don't need to be taught, don't need to be told about your condition. He live here, he play here, and that's why we're not surprised that this president is, is transforming facility that is responsible to help taking development to the grassroots community, taking development to the vulnerable people, so that you can play on the turf. I can remember when people used to talk about turf, we thought it was not possible in Liberia. But since the arrival of the Invisible Park, you can bear me witness. Today, even those who criticize the Invisible Park, today the Invisible Parks have become a magnet of attraction of our people. People often say to you, it is a government money, but our government before us, what did they do? The likes of West Point was not considered. Nukutam was not considered. Dole community was not considered. But when the people of Dole community and the people of West Point and the vast majority of the people of this country decided to say, we must look among ourselves, we must do a deep soul searching and bring forth a leader who understands, who knows exactly what it means. And to have Commissioner Weir, who once also was a kid here, before then, Commissioner in West Point used to be taken for someone else. But this president thinks that the people themselves must look among themselves. And that you can be a commissioner of West Point who are in West Point. Those days, commissioners were not staying in West Point. They used to only come to work in West Point. They would come, and after work, they would return home. But today, Honor His Excellency, we have commissioners who was not just brought here, a commissioner who were born and raised here from among the people, who still live among the people. It doesn't matter what was being commissioner. After then, he lived with the people, and that's why today we see a true manifestation of what an actual grassroots leadership is about. As a commissioner, I want to say thank you. And as a minister, I'm very proud. I'm very excited as a mayor. We want to assure the president that the Liberian people are grateful people. We want to assure the president that the Liberian people are not people that can be bamboozled by political rhetoric. The Liberian people they are aware, fully aware about what things are. They know who children represent and who is being referred to as a problem solver. We think this president of ours, irrespective of what the conditions are, we think the Liberian people are very proud, and because of time, I think we cannot continue our tour. We were supposed to leave from here. My understanding about the minister, very robust, young man, very result-oriented person who normally works directly in the president's office. He goes around ensuring and transforming the president's world into practical action. Mr. President, I want to say, hats up in my capacity as the mayor of this wonderful and beautiful city. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And because of time, we're going to stop here. But as the city mayor just said, this tour were to end up at Dole community, because as soon as we're done with this facility, Dole community, where we call the Clariton Field, a field that the president have a lot of history, will be the next soccer field that we will be developing. And with that field, we will be placing a basketball court, and we will be reaching to other communities. And so this time, we will, because of time, open up to 1 or 2 questions, and we will call it a day.
Okay, Mr. Minister, thanks for the tour flanked by Mayor Jefferson Koji. What is the cost of the other park at the barrack? What is the cost attached to that?
PHP, the total cost is little over $5 million. I say little over $5 million because when the president and people talk about the president traveling, the dividend that the president has brought back to Liberia through his travel is countless. That project that you saw was a project that was born out of one of the president's travel. In 2019, when the president visited the UAE, he presented a project as his personal project to the Crown Prince then, who is now the ruler, and a $5 million grant was given. And of the $5 million grant, there was 20% of it was matched by the government. And hats off to our big brother, Summer Tue. We hope things are working out, and we wish you a speedy recovery. He was able to match our 20%, and so total funding for the PHP project is at hand. We are only going through the schedule based on the Gantt chart that we have.
When exactly do we expect the project to be presented?
I think you heard from the engineer himself. He's saying based on, you know, like normally at this time we would not have rain. It's still raining as though we're in August. And so based on, because we are waiting for the water to pull back a little bit before we do the revetment work. So the latest I can assure you it will be in April, but we are pushing for March. All things being equal, we are going based on what the weather is giving us.
Mr. Minister, from West Point to do community awareness.
As I tell you, I'm only a disciple, and the president is the one that leads the way. And so as he instructs me to go, I go. But the city mayor, he understands the inner working of the city, and he knows where is needed, where the facility is needed the most. So we are working closely with his office to see where we go next. Because we have, and I'll tell you now, we have 5 containers that is coming. Of the 5 containers, we have 6 basketball full court. Because we say full court meaning we have the rims, we have the fence, we have the light, it's the whole set. And then we have 3 soccer fields that will be coming. And as time goes by, the president has thought it wise to bring in more material, because as we go to watch other people play, we know his foundation is for sports. And so under his stewardship, we want through the sports for development, and now there has been a new portfolio added to sports for development. Now we're calling it sports for peace. This is what the president is actually presenting at today in Monaco. The Sports for Peace, through the Sports for Peace initiative, we are launching the street games this December, and I will allow the mayor to talk a little about that, because these projects are under the banner of the Sports for Peace and the Sports for Development. Now, the Sports for Peace is to unify us through sports, and that's what the president is speaking today as one of the lead speakers. And under the Sports for Peace partnership, we are launching in December the street games. So I allow the city mayor to speak to you people about the street.
Yeah, quite frankly, Mr. Minister, it was against that backdrop. I thought that we wanted to do the tour today to make to let Liberians to be aware of some of the progress this president is making, even out of the country. The country will not go to bed. He will still continue to work with the Liberian people. As you listen to the minister, they were in Qatar. Some of the engagement they make, and some of the benefit, the trickle-down effect on the Liberian people. And so today we thought to come and get it. He was quite right. We talked about the Sport for Peace. You Genesis was aware when we launched the community soccer tournament, the street soccer tournament. And on our tournament, the president and I, we exhibited a game, and you know, at that game at school, it was a very historical goal. Yeah, even though the president ended up winning the end result, but you know that goal was a spectacular goal.
He struggled to score that goal.
No matter how was the condition, but at school, the record getting, you go on YouTube, you see that it was a wonderful goal. And now everywhere I try around the world, they quiz about that goal. The more you to school them, the president is one of the greatest iconic soccer figures. And so it was a privilege to fling alongside with him and seize the opportunity to make a goal. And I think my children will be very sad that a father of the man who scored a goal on a historical day. But again, for the purpose of that, we want to say to you, we will be playing a full spring. The last time we did it for Central Monrovia, but the entire Monrovia will be involved. We are beginning on the 17th. On the 17th, we are beginning on the 17th, where all the street, those kids on the street, we want to give them, because sometimes it's easy. People think some conditions are not planned for. Some conditions are very unfortunate. We must be able to take opportunity to them. And that's why we were able to bring the vulnerable kids. And sometimes you call them whatever name, the disadvantaged kid. And the president left the presidency. The presidency, what he's doing, he's taking the presidency to the people. It doesn't matter whether you're a marketer. It doesn't matter whether you're a social boy. It doesn't matter whether you're a pen driver. This president has said the presidency, it is the ownership of the Liberian people. Whatever whatever condition you find yourself in. So the street soccer will be officially, like we did it, we launched it. So on the 17th, the mobilization is going on. The only thing we do, we will elevate it with other people, not just only one of the disadvantaged kids, but I can tell you it will be something more than what you saw. And some of the games will be played in the night because we have equipment in the city that will provide electricity so that you can begin to see the wonder. When the president traveled, when he encountered some of those marvelous and wonderful things, he tried to bring it back, and so that his citizenry can benefit from that. So I want to say to you, beginning on the 17th, you begin, as we talk to you, community put the West Point Commissioner is aware. We engage in West Point, we engage in Clarendon, we engage in Central Monrovia, we engage in Connellsville. All of them will be able to have, all of those places will have a tournament. After we select a champion among them, then we select Central Monrovia, Cinco, and what you call Congota, where we'll be able to have a colorful, what you call street soccer tournament. And basically not just about entertainment, but the message. That it doesn't matter what condition you find yourself in, you also matter to all. You're a very important person. And so that's what you're trying to talk about.
Mayor, just one question for you quickly. Sorry, just one question for the mayor. You were already in flight. How significant are these projects to you under your stewardship as mayor of the city of Monrovia? In addendum to my question to the minister. Minister, you didn't speak of the value attached to this project. And second to that question, what is the reception are you getting from the people to whom you are providing your services?
And the commissioner is here. Usually what we do, we don't bring project and shove it down the throat of people. No. What we usually do, we come and do community engagement. And so what we usually do, we bring the design and then we call the community and tell them this is the design. And then based on the design, we go back and forth. With West Point, one of the contention that we had was the people of West Point were saying that the field was already small and we wanted to pass a street in the back. And we told them we had to accommodate the clinic because the clinic is as important as the soccer field. And so we had the community engagement, and I promised them that the length of the field that was going to be taken out was going to be gained at the end. And just looking at the field right now, we are not done yet. You can see that this field look a little bigger than what we had before. And we are not done yet. So at first they didn't see it, but now you can see it. And I'm happy it's not like we purposely came here at night, but you can see. Now you see the lights around the field. We're not done yet. The place is being beautified already. And we're going to do our best to make this be state of an art. When we get involved in something, we don't do it halfway. We make sure we follow best practice and we make sure it's up to expectations. So talking about the cost of this field, the cost of this field is around $320,000. And it includes the playing pitch, the material that was ordered from China, which include the street lights, it includes the fence that will go on the field, it includes the different layers that we gonna have on this, and then we also, it includes the offices and everything. So that's the cost for this. The ones in PHP, the one that we have in Dole community and other places, as we start, we will give you the cost, but I can give you the cost.
So let's speak of West Point, right?
Yeah.
West Point being a densely populated area.
Yeah.
Then bringing this field here. Let's speak of the maintenance. How are you working along with the community people in order to curtail the issue of where you have about 10 fish being placed on this field and having a huge number of people living here? Are you going to fence this area, or you put it in some mechanism in order to maintain the place as to not get a spot before it expiration time?
Sure.
Yeah, I will just make it that short, because when we started Invisible Park, instead of the people enjoying the facility, they were saying how long it will last. Today, I think you can go to Invisible Park, it's still being maintained, and that's the same management team that will take care of the facility. Building something is one thing, maintaining it is the most important thing. We are not here because we are in government today. We are building stuff that tomorrow another government cannot benefit. Then what the need of serving in government, that every government that comes will have to build new stuff? No, we're going to maintain everything we have. We're going to keep it looking the way it is for our children to come. Thank you very much.
So the commissioner have a word with this. So you asked him whether the people
Basically, there was a concern about the community appreciation. Like I initially said, this project is a bottom to top approach project. Initially, the team came, met with the community. This is just one of our many projects. The people of West Point asked the president during his continual visit to us. And so, manifested by that, we have full community participation. Workforce are all community-driven people. The local authority are working with our partner, like I said, who happen to be the construction company. We work together. We ensure that every aspect of the community involvement that you have come, you have seen, even during the community engagement, you did not see a portion of the community saying, we want this, we want that. No, we all were here as you have come. There's no protestation. The community continues to work continuously with the government through the able leadership of the mayor, the minister of state. And in this open manner, I would like to say a big thank you to the president. I have not lived too long, but I've seen so many presidents who have only come to West Point to solicit vote. But this president has been the only president that has visited West Point 4 times in the history of the leadership. They have come with so many development for our people. And one thing we can say, and then I said, the people of West Point, we are now grateful people. We have done it for this president, and we are seeing what he is doing for us. And so we are willing to return and will continue to get shot to the president. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Commissioner of West Point, William Wee, they're concluding the remarks segment of this tour. So just have a clear glance of the view. This is the full stretch of it. Let me just flip the camera left, right, so that you have a clear glance of what it looks like. You are watching the US-based Focus on Liberia online television network. We are on a tour. We started off at the PHP recreational center that is under construction as well. And now we are here in the densely populated township of West Point. To conclude this tour, we should have gone to another community, Dole community, but due to time factor, we have to just leave it at this point and probably continue another day. And so there you have it, folks. This is West Point, the soccer pitch under major construction, and you heard from all of those speakers, the township commissioner or the commissioner of the township of West Point. You heard from the mayor of Monrovia. You heard from the Minister of State with our portfolio, Minister Chokonpi. So just have a glance of the field, the drainage system, all well built in order to allow the water flow freely. The last time I was here when the President visited this place to officially do the groundbreaking for this project. I can recall very well the rain was heavy. It rained cats and dogs on that day, and it was quite embarrassing. And so perhaps the engineers have decided to work out all of the mechanism to have a perfect drainage system that will allow free flow of the water as it rains. And so there you have it, folks. A very nice view. It looks fantastic. And so we'll be here again following the completion of this mini stadium for the people in this densely populated township of West Point. But then I'm sure it will be the official dedication of it. But this is just to allow you have a glimpse of what the project looks like at the moment. And so we want to leave at this point for and on behalf of the team. My name is T.O. Williams, thanking you very kindly. And thanks for watching Focus on Liberia Online Television. Continue to follow us as we bring you more and more developments about Liberia and beyond. Have a great day.